this is Björn Landberg. Welcome to Threefold Talk.
Still catches me off guard. I was trying to be like, welcome to Threefold Talk. And then I was like, oh, wait, no.
Oh, yeah, it's Bjorn. Yeah. Wait for Bjorn. Doyne and I were just having dinner and we were talking about the cast. And he was like, who's that guy that you think is really hot? And I was like, Bjorn Landberg. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. And then I said some things that I'm not going to repeat on the internet. But then he laughed a lot and enjoyed my comment.
Did they get hot in here, or is it just Mel's commentary?
Hot. It was hot.
Yeah, hello, folks. I've been away for a week, but I know the ladies. Yeah, we've swapped.
We're swapping out.
We're swapping off. So yeah, that's how it's going. Thank you for staying in chat. Stab the like buttons, friends. So thank you so much. And Mel, yeah, you got gifted a membership last week. I could not sleep. My body woke me up at about 2:15 a.m. Even though I didn't go to bed till about 12:15 a.m. And so I watched the stream and I was like, I'm going to give away 5 memberships while I'm here. So I did, and you were one of the folks that got them, apparently. So I don't know if you were logged in accidentally at the time or something.
No,
it picked you out.
I don't think so. I don't think I was.
It's
I actually
fine.
Haven't watched last week's. It's been a crazy week.
That's fair. No, last week it was a great episode. Last week, the ladies did awesome. So, but yes, it is Melindhra and I this week. Amis and Roof Mistress Leigh-A have other duties keeping them busy. So it's us this week. So yeah, how you been, Mel? Did you have a good week off?
I did some forest riding, and that was good for good reasons. I saw lots of furry animals, a lot of them.
Cool.
And this week's been crazy. Both of the minis are doing different plays. Each of them are in different ones, so it's lots of schlepping performers back and forth. But they're both doing good. They're very happy. Things are well. Yeah.
Good.
Next week's a nice holiday week for them, so that's good. And I'm taking a day off or two too. So
love
looking
that.
forward to that. It'll be
amazing.
Nice. Gonna go see some family.
Yeah. It's a good day for Go Brother because Iola shared his Instagram story today. So
wow. You know, Go Brother is all over because he gave me some awesome stuff that appeared today. And I didn't put the shirt on, but there's a shirt, and then there's candy, and there's Flickerverse merch and a sweet note. And it made me feel really loved. So thank you, Go Brother.
I think to celebrate that,
I'm gonna a friend.
Throw 5 more memberships away into the chat to give people. So
please.
Congratulations to Jesse, to Ange, to Ice, Di, love that, to Lottie, and to Kayla Tabara.
Yeah,
love that.
I think I'm gonna wear that shirt. Maybe it needs to come out for a certain special event that's coming up in a weekend or two.
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks. 2 weeks away? No, 2 weeks away. Oh dear Lord, it's 2 weeks away. I've got a busy 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've had a busy weekend. It's been a busy week since I was last here. So we'll talk about that.
That's what we're here for.
That's kind of what you're here for.
Talk about what you did.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I took a weekend off work. We'll talk about that. But first, other things happened.
Yes.
Not just the be all and end all. So we'll discuss those things in the Daily Mail.
brothers and sisters.
It is time to cover up your face.
For the wheel of time has news, and we shall dance the spheres with it.
This is the Daily Veil.
Alright, folks. It's not been a wild week of news, but, there's been a bit here or there, so we thought we'd share things with you. So what should we kick it off with? Should we just get the horrible stuff out of the way? Let's do that. There was some sad news, folks. So you may remember that Hills of Tenchico was up for an award, and Deadline has reported that Sinners swung in with 3 wins at the Hollywood Music and Media Awards, and Golden for K-pop did quite well as well. So, but Hills of Tenchico,
I think both very well deserved.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was shocked if Golden didn't win something, or K-pop, like K-Cup Demon Hunters, as I jokingly called it when I first heard about it, because I just for some reason said K-Cup instead of King.
Did you ever watch it?
I've watched it multiple times. I love it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited for sequels. I love it. It's great songs. There's something very catchy about it. So yeah, I'm excited for it. But it's sadly not a night for Hills of Tenchico. So those are the big winners there, folks.
But what was it Nick Hill said? He was really excited to be nominated in a category with who was it?
Alongside oh gosh, now you tested me. So, I'm sure he put it on his Instagram, didn't he? So give me a second.
I'm sure it's in the category listing. They list everybody in that.
I mean, yeah, most likely.
But but I mean, so good that he actually got a real nomination instead of just a forgotten for your consideration.
Yes,
for that work.
Yeah.
So
his post was, "It's a thrill to be nominated for Hollywood Music and Media Awards for our song The Hills of Tenchico from The Wheel of Time. Never in my life did I think I'd ever be nominated for an award alongside Kevin Bacon."
Kevin Bacon! Meg got it. Yes.
How did we not know Kevin Bacon? 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Come on.
Oh, we had that whole discussion too.
We did have the whole discussion of the wall. Yeah, this is so true.
It's been some time.
Yeah.
Yes. But congratulations to Sinners and congratulations to Golden. I hope Golden wins many more awards. It's like nominated for a bunch of K-pop Demon Hunters and nominated for a bunch of Grammys too.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
So many.
Some banger tracks in that.
So many.
When I first sat down to watch it, I was sitting with Kayla and her cousin Katie, and they were like, "Okay, this next song up is the least bop of the songs in the soundtrack, but it's still a fucking bop." And it was Soda Pop, and I'm just like, by the end of the song, I'm here just. Are
you kidding? Soda Pop is the least bop. They have that wrong.
It was the least.
It's the boppiest of the bops.
Well, I think they meant it's out of all these amazing tracks, if you had to say one was the worst, they were like, this is the one that's would be bottom of the stack. And I'm like, but this is still all A-star rated songs. That's what they're saying. They're all 10s. They're all 10s, but one of them had to be last. That's kind of what they're saying.
So the EJ, is that the name of the lead? I think that's her name. Anyway, have I do you know her background? Have you heard of this? Can I give you some brief, interesting K-pop history?
Of course.
I think is fascinating because it's just a great story. I'm not a K-pop aficionado or anything, but I was learning. I was watching a YouTube video about it. But basically, the singer.
You pass right now, and just assume you're off gonna kill Korean demons.
I'm just gonna roll into Korea.
Yeah.
Go hang out with Jenny. So this singer was in the K-pop world when she was younger, and beautiful vocal talent, obviously. But she was told that she couldn't actually join a K-pop group because she was too tall and she didn't have the right look. And so she went to college, and then she started writing for K-pop groups and became a pretty well sought after songwriter, but she could never sing her own song. She was never allowed to sing her own songs because she was like marginalized because of her look. I mean, and she's a gorgeous woman. Like, I don't even know what that's about, but they have very specific,
they are super
stringent
specific about
rules about like who can and cannot be K-pop.
Like they have to seem available but not be available, and all those stupid rules. Yeah, they do a lot.
Yeah. So she's like,
stuff,
so she's like, like when she was writing Golden, she was writing it about her experience of being rejected from that world, and then being in K-pop Demon Hunters and coming out of her quote unquote restrictive shell and like finally embracing who she is and becoming like the full version of her that she is. So that song is based on her real life experience, and that's why it probably resonates so well, so yeah, really cool. So it's just nice that someone who's really well respected in one space is finally getting the accolade she deserves fully for all of her talent.
It's a great movie. Like, it's got a good story behind it. The songs are epic. Like, I really love the songs, and I'm glad that it does deserve the recognition it's getting.
It really does.
Totally valid. Yeah. So if you're not gonna win an award because of another set of songs, I'm glad that was some of the songs that it was lost to. Like, that's fair. I get that. So.
And in Sinners, like there were like 3 songs from Sinners nominated in that same category. So obviously, I haven't seen Sinners, but obviously Sinners, it's like moving people a lot too.
It is, pretty cool. Again, still on my list. It's a hefty list. I haven't got to it, but I've heard great things about it, so not surprised.
Yeah.
Speaking of great things you've heard about, I recently said how I went to see a play. Marcus doing Dancing at Lunasa, a little play that was in a joint collaboration between the theatres in Sheffield and the Royal Exchange here in Manchester. And Marcus posted some sort of post-run photos. Him super cute. Like, this is him with his stash. He has a stash, everyone, in this. I know, right?
And you almost like don't recognize him. Look at him.
I know, right? It's crazy.
Wait, can you make your screen like a little less wide?
Let me see what I can do.
Not zoom it, just narrow. Yeah. There he is. There he is.
That's better. All right. Yeah, there he is with his stash. Looking
good.
all gritty and smiley. And then, I went select the post. I want to go along the photo. Sorry, here we go. And then this is from the filming night. And I love that Rosamund's in there like longing to see it. Like, she didn't get to. She missed out on being able to see it. It's like, oh, It was his very first performance on stage, and you can see like rehearsal photo. And then this is like just one of the dramatic photos from the set. And one of the very low down angle. It's a very good photo.
That's great.
A bit of like artwork from the thing as well. So yeah, I just love that. But that smile there, he's just having such a good time. So
yeah, it's so cute. It's we rarely got to see him smile. So it's just kind of like
that is so accurate.
And I love that you've got Rosamund and you got Daniel Henry right there at the top. Like being so supportive. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
It looks great.
Honestly, he said he had such a blast, so I'm really thrilled. And then we had some fun artwork released last week. So this was not just posted out by someone called Simply Marguerite, who is a fan of Shorey, but it was posted out in collaboration with Shorey. This pretty breathtaking drawing here. Like this is posted out by Shorey, and then she's like marked Simply Marguerite as the collaborator.
Wow.
Yeah. Because it actually looked like it's Shorey's described it. Like so and then it's not it's just absolutely crazy. And there's a slightly closer.
Amazing.
That's done with pen, like that. I don't know what format that looks like pencil initially,
it's a pencil sketch. That's crazy.
That's, to me, that looks like a photograph with a filter on it.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Wow. The art beats just keep giving.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Cool.
So yeah, and I think that was kind of really it, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, John from What Up, I just saw today that he had a video out with a little bit more background info on the cancellation, but nothing like mind blowing or anything.
Yeah.
But what's really interesting is that it's that the fashion and fantasy exhibition is kind of like reviving some of the Save Watt stuff. Like you see Save Watt posts again because of the fashion and fantasy exhibit, which is kind of cool to see some of that pop up again, especially the LATAM Watt folks are pushing again, which I think is just lovely and probably really heartening for all the people that work so hard on that exhibition that we're going to hear about right now.
Well, I'm not really sure there's much other news, so maybe we'll do a little music change. Yeah. And we'll do a cleansing, just a quick one because it wasn't much news, so just a quick
butt rock.
Little cleanse there for you, a tiny little pop over. But yeah, folks, if you were not aware, I, along with a bunch of other folks, there's about 10 of us in the end, went to Prague last weekend. I went to Prague because of the fashion and fantasy exhibition that's on. And I should let me find the website. I did not think about getting that. We should put that on screen. So if I could type, it would help. There it is. So switch. Sorry. All right, here we go. So yeah, this it's not even, it's in Czech. I'll change it to English. So this is happening. It opened last Friday on the 14th. It'll be open until Friday the 5th of December. And it is, as it says right here, it's a behind the scenes look at the costumes. There's over 80 different costumes just put up on display in this exhibition. And it is, it's pretty stunning. It's pretty amazing stuff. So if you weren't aware, there's details there. This website is in the description. So if you're like, damn, I'm going to go buy a ticket, there's your prices there. You can go get them. It's absolutely worth it. If you don't go and do it, you're stupid. If you have the opportunity. If you don't have the opportunity, I totally understand that. But if you have the opportunity and you choose not to go, you're stupid. So just saying that right now, because it is absolutely incredible. So would you like to see some of the outfits?
I would like to hear about like your weekend though too. Like you met up with a bunch of people too, right?
Yeah, so there was, I think initially it's like 5 or 6 of us talked about going. So there's myself, Sulin, Neve, which a lot of people might know online as Nimkins. There was Brendan, who is a MalkieriCon attendee. He joined us over from Ireland. And then, oh gosh, who else was there? I have to have a moment now to think from the initial group. Let me have a look in the chat. So, and Moraine, Kiku lady, who obviously lives there. So that was like the initial 6 of us. And then I found out that Max Silver, I know a lot of you said Max out in his Ishigir, he messaged that he was coming along as well and bought tickets. So he got added to the group. And then I found out a couple of attendees that come to MalkieriCon. Tammy and Neil were going to be there. So we're like, great, put them in the chat as well. And Uno was there. Thank you. Yes, Uno. And just, in the chat there. So there was like sort of 5, 6 of us initially. And then it kind of grew to about 10 of us, which was just wonderful. So
a little mini con.
Like a mini con, exactly. Most of us got there on Friday. That's why I wasn't here last week, because I had to get up and head down to an airport just outside of London pretty early on Friday morning. Actually met up with Sulan on the plane. We ended up on the same flight randomly. So, good fun. And excuse me. And yeah, we all met up. We had this big shared accommodation. Not all 10 of us, just the initial 6 of us. Or was it? No, the initial 5 of us who traveled in. Maureen obviously lives locally. She could come in and out. And yeah, we sort of all caught up Friday. Kat went to see a play. A few of us just sort of met up for dinner and things like that as everyone slowly arrived. And yeah, like it was just the excitement started to grow. And then Saturday we were booked in at 2:00 because we thought, well, people are going to be tired from travel, and we don't want to rush down first thing in the morning. Like you can stay in as long as you want from when you booked in. So we were like, we'll just go in, and it's fine, it doesn't matter. And so we had like a very lazy morning and just headed down there for 2:00 and went in, and it was just so beautiful. The exhibition. So there's like, the gallery is really cute. It's right on the river as well. So you can just walk down the river. And when you first walk up to it, there's like the entrance way goes along the side of the pavement. Okay. And there's big giant windows. And in the first 2 windows to the right, there is a Leigh-A's Amelin outfit. And in the left window, which is actually the middle window, but the third one along was the giant poster, you had Art Hawkins up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, really, really cool. And let me see if I have the photo showing that. So many photos to scroll through. I was telling Mel in pre-show, between photos I took, video, and then and what everyone else shared in the drive file. I think I have about, let's say, 700 photos. And like 300 or something insane like that.
And we're going to show all of them tonight.
Yes, you're going to see every single one. There's going to be not a single repeat because I can't repeat them and then still go through them all. So, that's just the nature of it. Let me see. I think this one is going to show it properly. So, yes. Okay. Now, let me stop that one. I just need to switch what I'm sharing, folks. So, do apologize in one moment. Now, that one. Let me turn the sound off because we don't need the sound for it. All right. So, here we are. This is on the riverfront. Here's the gallery. Okay. So, my mouse appears. Great. So, does my mouse appear? Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So, this is like the entranceway here. There's a little door, giant poster. And then in this window here is Ada Hawkins' outfit. And in that window there is Leigh-A's Amelin outfit. And if I press play. So, I filmed us walking down the street to the exhibition. And then crossing the road, and I was like, we're meeting some people across the street. The green man turned up at perfect timing for us. We barely had to wait, which was just really nice. And yeah, this is what people are walking past as they go down the streets. Okay?
So smart.
I love people asking for a 12-hour live stream in chat. You see, there's Nims just to the right. Inside is Tammy and Neil. There's Ada Hawkins' outfit. It's absolutely breathtaking. So you walk in, and we weren't sure. We missed the door initially, and we were going to go around. And we're like, wait a minute, is that the door there? So, but yeah,
that's cool. So were those people in the puffy coats just like random people who walked up to it when they were walking the street? Like
the amount of people
that's awesome. Good job.
Were stopping and taking photos was just unbelievable.
That's really cool. I hope they get a bunch of walk-ins.
Yes. So I think they had something like over 100 walk-ins on the very first day of people. That's just so
cool.
Yeah. They were, let me see. So my video isn't going to show it, but let me find the photo of it. Let me switch to the drive file because it'll be in there. I'm pretty confident. There. So Actually, this is, if I share this instead, you can just sort of see that. So you can see like how Elida's costume was right in the middle as you go in. So obviously there's a bit of reflection
That's
here, like there's a
awesome.
desk to the left. But if scroll, there's just so many photos.
Oh
Like,
my gosh, you can't do that. You can't scroll through a bunch of pictures.
walking the streets of Prague were actual Death Watch soldiers.
No way.
Yes way. Let me see if I can make this a better shape for photos. Yeah, that's a better shape for photos. There we go. How's that now? Do it that way. Yeah, it makes no difference. But yeah, like.
And did they just find Uno? They just like jumped up right next to Cat.
The best thing was we were filming. We were in the first room. Now I know I've got a video of this somewhere, so let me hunt this down. Give me a second, people, because I wasn't sure where the discussion was going to go. So I was like, I will be here. I'll have everything open, and I will just figure it out. And which one is it? Is it this one? Is that one there? Yeah. So okay. So I was filming for TikTok, not for TikTok, for Instagram story, and then as I was scrolling around the room, this happened, where they just walked into the first room, and so I hit go on the GoPro as well. I was also holding in my other hand. Thank God for the gimbal, and we're all just like, "Oh my God." You know? Because no, you know, people. Yeah, what would you say if these people walked in right now?
No idea.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly everyone is giving up Uno. Who are all these traders who are like, "There's Uno, go get them."
Well, here's the fun thing. We talked about a photo or something like that, and they were just like, "Oh, go, Uno, you're up." You know, so a couple of people were taking selfies and things. It was just a fun little video.
That's so cool.
And then yeah, I think Kat actually asked for a photo. Yeah, and it sort of progressed from there. And I was like, oh, I'm filming and such. And then like there was 4 of them. So there's 3 like regular Death Watch guards rolling around, and then like, a boss one. So yeah, it's just absolutely hilarious. This is a weird angle because I'm worried about my phone in that moment. So, and taking photos of Kat's phone and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it was just absolutely insane that happened, and I was filming when it happened, so kind of lost my marbles a little bit there.
Okay, but can we rewind and talk about what was in that room?
Absolutely.
Now you just teased. You just like we saw glimpses of the costumes that were in that room.
Well, I don't know. Like maybe you wanted to see. Let me see. Show you this first. So like this is literally from inside.
Oh, nice.
So there's Hawkwind's outfit.
I love that you just like roll yourself up on the displays.
Oh, I was fully rolled up. It's
amazing.
Absolute. And look, you can see people just stopping and staring and being like, what the hell is that?
That's so cool. Oh, look at the little kid. It's like, whoa, that's so cool. I love it.
So there's that one, and then there is I got a lighter as well. Obviously, I mean, I went back on Saturday and took like loads of extras. It was just me wandering around, so I took my time to do things.
Nice.
But here, this was just very much like, squeeing out and just having fun and doing whatever. That's insane. I was like, I gotta get everyone taking photos. Who is there taking a selfie?
Sulin and Uno.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at that costume.
And we're still like amazed by this, even though some of us were, what could have seen it in person.
Yeah.
Like
I know.
Staring at it and going, wow.
I saw it and I'm still just like
awed by
it.
Yeah. So yeah, I was literally just like filming all sorts of random things.
So
And the train just keeps going. It's just
wow.
absolutely wild. I'm sure the rugs were there to remind you not to like actually step on anything.
Oh yeah, did that work?
Ah,
That
debatable.
useful deterrent.
Debatable. Now here's
Did
the
they
fun
have
thing.
like gallery monitors like they have in art museums?
Kinda, I suppose. It wandered around occasionally.
But nobody walked up to you and said, "You're too close."
No, not at all. Although they did stare at me a couple of times on the Saturday where I'm like literally like, you know, that close to something trying to take photos and things of like detailed stuff. So this, before we even get in the first room, there are still more things to talk about. What does that look like?
Is that Aes Sedai show? Is that what
Mhm.
it is?
It is indeed.
Crazy.
All 7 were there. Apologies for the shadow from my camera, but I literally couldn't. It's me trying to move around and get angles where I'm just like,
Yeah.
you know, no shadow, but because of the way they've got spotlights on them, you just get caught in the shadows.
What do you think of these versus like the traditional
So I love these
book
personally.
accurate versions with the symbol on the back?
I personally love these. There's something about it that I don't know, just really love. Sharon was talking to me about these on the Monday, and this is I forget the material. I forget the material. I think even I think they made a cashmere or something like that, or the tassels or something. The tassels weigh like 40 pounds, something insane. The amount of tassels they got on
Wow.
them. Like this is like putting on a weighted blanket.
Oh,
You
interesting.
know? Yeah, and then when you twirl, that weight spins out, and that's why they twirl so beautifully as well, because they're
Okay.
like very heavy in that. So you know the movement makes them move quite like almost like that slow-mo vibe because you've got to really get them going.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just really like them. There's something about it that design there.
it's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
it is
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. Yeah, see, there we go. You can see all the tassels just running down the front. The amount of
Yeah.
tassels on them just makes them weigh an insane amounts. So, this Rapunzel, touchy, no touchy, no touchy,
Mm.
no touching. Excuse me. No touching.
Had something in your eye there?
Yes. I had
Yeah.
had some oxygen in my eyeball that was really irritating me. So yeah, so that's the lobby when you arrive. Okay,
Wow.
there is a big giant.
Those posters are cool too. Like they really decked it out more than just the costumes.
Let me
Those
see.
big banners.
Where is? Oh no, I've got to switch to the other one because where? No, not that one. Where is? Where's the drive file gone? 1 second, folks. I've lost the drive file. I will find it in a moment. No.
Everybody's like, touchy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you, folks. I
Weight
would want to.
training.
Yeah.
I may try briefly to touch the blue one and imagine Jennifer Chion Garcia. I
mean,
had
I
to.
can understand that.
I mean, I'm with you. That's amazing. Yeah. LVF says this event is the best advertising for the show so far. It's so true.
Kind of feels a little bit like that. Yeah. So
It's
1
so
second,
true.
folks.
I remember, I mean, they did do there was like a con in Brazil, right? That was when during season 1 where they had that huge Amerlin seat recreation that people like actually got to sit on. I thought that was really cool. And I wish they would have like done more installation type stuff like that,
Yeah,
you know, to make
I
it like real and visceral. But this, yeah, it would. Oh, I wonder what happened to that. It would have been really cool if that could have been there with some of the
I
costumes.
don't
but
know.
who knows? Nobody knows. Nobody knows
Yeah,
where all that stuff goes.
nobody
Very
knows.
strange.
All right, 1 second. I closed the dry file by accident. So,
You okay over there?
I'm good. Are you
Um,
talking to someone else, or are you talking to me?
I was talking to you about
Okay.
your files disappearing.
Yeah,
Did
I
your
closed.
computer say the 800 files? We just have to crash this folder because we cannot handle it. It's
No,
too
I closed.
many.
I closed the window by accident. So when I thought I was like closing a photo, I closed the entire window. So I'm just trying to find the group shot of us because we took a photo in front of that poster, and I know that my GoPro was set to video, so I've got tiny videos of it rather than. Yeah, I can't find it, so I will just go with the tiny videos. It's going to be a lot easier.
I can't. I don't want to distract you and ask you questions.
Ask away. The video's not fine.
Can you answer? Can you think and look at the same time?
I can multitask and do things. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So I guess I would be curious is if there was a costume that you saw that was like surprising, that surprised you, that it moved you so much, like seeing it. Like, were you surprised, or did you get emotional seeing any particular costume?
Oh, did I get emotional seeing any particular costumes?
Or did anybody in your group
Yes, absolutely.
like had a big reaction to seeing something?
There were, and I have a video to play for that. I'm going to play this while I think about that answer. And I know a video that shows. So this was the first room, by the way, folks. This is the Kyrian room, and this was just a fun moment where everyone's just like, taking photos of Rand's outfit and at Celine's. And I was like, I'm going to video people taking photos of stuff. Like it's funny.
That was touchy.
Yeah, it was. I was there.
Almost a touchy.
Almost a touchy. Yes, we were very good. We didn't actually touch, but it looks like a touchy. You see how close we're getting with cameras and such. There's no one. There's no one in the room. We're in there alone. We're walking behind the exhibits. Everything. It's like no one's doing anything. There's a lot of trust being put in Wheel of Time fans right now. I'm going to tell you that. So.
They know that you guys are respectful.
I mean, I
love the claw hand.
Yeah,
it's kind of ominous.
So that was a great moment there where Becky was kind of just like staring out, and these outfits are just absolutely stunning. Sorry folks, it's a bit jerky because I have to keep sharing the screen, keep like resetting the screen share because the files were all open individually. But like this is on Vare's outfit, and it's just there's detail in that you just don't, you just can't appreciate on screen. So
yeah, is it like a velvet?
I mean, I believe so. Yeah, this was the first room, by the way, folks. And like Moraine's belt and the detailing there, like it looked like a velvet type material. Without touching it, I couldn't tell you for sure. But this poster in the background, this photo, this painting, sorry, apologies, that's actually from the show.
Oh.
Like there are legit props from the show in the exhibition. Let me scroll through. So you'll see there's, cool. I don't know if you can see chairs in the background, just there. Yep, chairs from the show. Table from the show just over to the right, behind a bag under those signs. And there, I don't know if it skims around enough to see in this one. I don't think it does. Oh, no, but it did in the other one. Just at the back here, there's a like a little table stand with a mirror on it, I think, from the show. So, and Brendan actually did their makeup in it. Brendan was like, I need to touch up my makeup, and sat down on one of the squares that the models were stood on. They were very sturdy.
That's amazing.
And finished their makeup in the mirror that was
I love that.
used in the Wheel of Time.
Good for them.
Yes. So, yeah, there was like some really, really cool stuff.
So there was a question in chat from Go Brother about whether Fail's costume was there.
Okay. Fail's costume is there.
Oh.
So here's an example of how close we were getting. Like, I'm literally stood behind the outfit filming.
You're such a cheater. I love it.
I know, right?
This is
Yeah. There's just so many things you just would not see. So, Skeeter, you cannot sit on the chairs. There are signs that say do not sit on them.
Aw.
Yeah. They weren't on every single chair when we went in on the Saturday, but when I went back on Sunday night, they were on every single chair. So clearly, I think some had been sat on. But yeah, like, it's just absolutely insane. So yeah, this the first room was Clarion. That was the first room, and it's like, obviously you can see, like, they've got, you know, curtains there, and there's music playing in the background. This one had, you know, things from the TV show in it. It was just, yeah, it was really, really, really something to see. And then the next room, let me make sure I cue this up properly before we go into it. The next room was a room I really enjoyed. I mean, I enjoyed the whole thing. I could go every day. But the next room, what theme do you think this room is, Mel?
The land of my people.
The land of your people. Yes. So the second room was all Aiel. And they had a display putting show images on the background. And we've got Celine's outfit, Savannah's, we've got Couladin's, we've got obviously, let me scroll across there. On the right, you've got Ruak's outfit here. You've got, I think this one is a bear, and then you've got Malane down here. You've got Avienda to the right, and then you can't see it in this one, but down the back behind here, you've got her Wise One Apprentice outfit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So again, very, very cool. I took a really fun photo of this one that I really, really loved. This one. I love this photo. It's so dramatic. I'm sure. I mean, I had to use it as the thumbnail because I just love this image. This is Bjorn's outfit as Ruak. And there was just something really cool about it. I was like, I'm using that as a thumbnail. But yeah, like, just some of the detail. Let me scroll back to the beginning of the IA one. Yeah, so there's Avienda's apprentice outfit.
Love it.
Yeah, so I'll go back too far. Yeah, this is Malane. And then you've got Rand's outfit. Bjorn and the others, like, I think that the size of his train.
Spears?
Sorry?
Did he have spears in the show?
I don't know if he carried
I
spears.
don't remember ever seeing him
in
with
the show.
spears in the show.
No, because he does when they come up on Rudy, doesn't he? He like pulls spears out, or something like that.
I guess so.
But his outfit is built with like holders for the spears. So
Cool.
And his train is just huge.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the Shufa, and this is Lanfear's outfit.
Uh-huh.
And again, even she has the holders on the back, like it was fully put together. This one, like, there we go. I hoped I could zoom in on this. Look, he has gold sparkles in the back of his outfit. Like, this is like a little hood. This is cooler than, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah,
he has
that,
like a gold sparkly thing on the back of his outfit.
Huh. That
So,
hack.
and then this is a wise one from your clan, Melindhra. So,
Not my clan, right?
sorry, what? This is a Shido.
Melindra's a Tarda.
Well,
Anyway.
no, all right. From your no, because you're a Shido. What are the Shidos?
I'm a Shido. Yeah.
Yeah.
Show Melindra's Tarda. That's
Okay.
so cool. Look at that necklace. Oh
Yeah.
man. Okay. We've got some questions. How short is Rob and how tall is Bjorn?
Well, that's an interesting question because we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here, but I'll tell a story. Okay. Now, I forgot an actor who was there for the weekend, and that was Bjorn. Bjorn went to the party that was held. I don't know if Bjorn turned up on Friday. I think he turned up on Saturday. However, Bjorn was there for the weekend. And it was Sunday before Sula and I went and caught up with Guy and Jess. We were having lunch across the river, little cafe I know. It's really, really cute, very quirky inside. But we were sat outside, just had like a late lunch type thing, you know. So, or it was like I don't know. I want to say around 12 to 1ish, some of that sort of ballpark. And we were just hanging out. We're probably like 5-10 minutes away from, you know, heading off. Brendan had to go and get a taxi to the airport within the next sort of 45 minutes. So we're like, yeah, a little bit of a wander further up the river, and then Brendan will get a taxi and whatever. And all of a sudden, Sulan turns around to me and goes, "Robert's Rock." And I look across, and this is like this cafe is on like the tiny little side road off the main road that goes across the bridge. It's all cobblestones and that, and it just sort of comes to a point where the path comes in. It's on the river basically, and the path goes along the edge and along by the building, and the road just sort of comes in like that to a point. And we were near that point anyway. So Rock's actually, Bjorn is walking along the edge, and we're on the other side of the pavement. So I don't know, 12 feet away, something like that. And I just shouted out, "Bjorn!" As you do.
As you do.
As you do. Because I've never actually spoken to the man in a voice chat. I've never met the man in person. There's no video chat, anything like that. It's all been text conversations, emails, things of that nature. I say text, you know, like just messaging. It's nothing, you know, I don't have his phone number as such. But anyway. But I just yelled Bjorn without thinking, because I was like, this is my one opportunity. Like, if I don't say hello, like, Mel's going to stab me, you know? Mm-hmm. So he turned, because someone's called out his name. He looked at me and he was like, "Rob!" He knew who I was.
Amazing.
Yeah. And he came over and said hello. He was there with his wife. Obviously, I was like, this is Becky and this is Brendan, you know, and we were chatting for a few minutes. He was literally just walking down to the main road to like get a car to then like start his journey home back to Berlin.
Okay.
So like we didn't get to chat for very long, but the man is enormous. But
you're enormous.
I'm 5'10". Okay.
Are you?
I am 5'10". 5'11" on a good day. You know.
For some reason, I had you as much taller than that.
I mean, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I love like Blindfield. I've always found when you meet celebrities, it's best to shout their name.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they do on TV.
I mean, if it was a red carpet event, I don't think I'd yell Bjorn quite the same way. But I saw him and I said his name without thinking. I had to look up to talk to Bjorn.
Wow.
Yeah, that man is at least 6'6", at least. Like he's
cool.
And he's like physically imposing. Like he's, you know, like a broad guy as well. He's not like a, you know, skinny and tall. He's like broad and tall. So, you know, the man is built. And you think the voice sounds good on TV, folks. It's cooler in person. I would describe it like that.
It just got really hot in here.
It got hot on the street and it was fucking cold before that. So yeah. So we got to chat and actually meet him, and he said he'd having a wonderful weekend. So I'm not surprised that his outfit for the show, if I scroll back to it, like this is what it felt like talking to Bjorn. Not quite that bad. I have exaggerated this particular photo, but I mean maybe for you, Mel, because like, you know, how tall are you, Mel? 5'5"?
5'5".
5'6"?
Yeah.
5'5". Yeah, so Bjorn's got to be at least a foot taller than you, at least.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So.
Cool. Well, I would get a really good look at his necklaces, I guess.
You would indeed. You would indeed. So yeah, he's a very tall guy, a very nice guy as well. It was like genuinely lovely to talk to him and to get to meet him. So it was yeah, such a surprise. I thought it was going to go basically the whole weekend without like basically seeing anyone and probably just catch Guy and that's about it type thing. And then yeah, he literally is walking.
I
down
love
the street.
how you're just like probably just catch Guy, no big deal.
I mean, Guy lives in Prague. I've seen him a few times. Like
Don't be too cool about it, man.
Rapunzel. Thank you, Norman Garden, confirming that Bjorn is 6'6". Yes. Rapunzel, I'm 5'2". I'll be up to his kneecaps. I mean, maybe,
You're short and scrappy, my friend.
Yes. But I knew people were
More
flying
pictures.
Yes, more pictures. Let's talk about the next room.
In what terms Bjorn is a head taller than Rob?
Yeah, there we go. A head taller. So let's scroll. What was the next room? Oh, I remember the next room. Where's the video for the next room? What's a good one? Let's go with that one, I think. Yeah. The next room starts with this.
Oh my god.
What's that look like?
Morgaze's crowny thingy.
The next room was the Andor room. So I have a little video which will play.
A whole room dedicated just to Andor?
It was the royal family.
Okay.
So we have.
Oh, I love.
I think this is just Gabriel. This one.
Good.
So you're trying to get in and like capture all the detail. Like it's pretty elaborate.
Wow.
I love this from Goat Brother. I'm imagining Mel meeting Bjorn like Agent Carter when Captain America came out of the machine being buff. I must touch you, the clan chief.
Yeah.
So, and the boots are there as well. So
oh, that's cool. I love that there's boots.
We gotta have the boots. And I don't know if did I do like a whole room? I think I just did the individuals. So let's yeah, I think I just did the individuals, but that's fine. Now there is something missing from this room. And while I play this video, I'll see if I can get a shot that shows the room so you can get an idea and try and guess what's missing from the room. So it's just so cool.
Oh, baby Morgaze.
Yeah.
So cool.
Like I've got a close up of a ring. There's no stone in it. Yeah. Again, really long veil. Or like cloak, drape, whatever you want to call off it. It's very, very cool. Oh, this one might work. This video might work for what I'm after, actually. Yes, this video will work. Okay, so now obviously we've seen in the background here, that is Gabriel.
Yeah.
Okay, now as I scroll over, you can see a lighter. Okay. Can we see?
I can't tell who that is. What is that?
That's one of the boys.
Oh, it's one of the boys. Okay.
Yep. Okay. And then as I really scroll across, just on the left, the outfit. Can you see there like this? That's the full
Elizabethan thing.
Yeah. So we've got Gabriel, we've got Elida, we've got Galad, we've got Queen Morgaze and freshly Queen pregnant Morgaze. And that's the 5 costumes in the room for the Royal Andorran family.
It's interesting.
Do you see what point I'm trying to make here? Do you see?
But I'm not going to say it out loud.
There's no Gowan in the room, folks.
I love that Elida took Cowan's place.
Yeah, kinda. And it's kind of that. Yeah, she kind of took his spot. There is no Gowan. It is a deliberate choice to only have one of the boys in there. I'm not sure if it's a completely deliberate choice for that to be Gillard in there and not Gowan, but
Wow.
it tickled me regardless that
Hilarious.
he was all missing. So, but I mean, as you know, as I'm sure we all noticed, they had basically the same outfit, if not the exact same outfit. So,
Is she wearing the Finn bracelet?
not in this model. She's wearing it in the window model.
Oh, okay.
So now you've said that, I'm going to go hunt down.
It's okay. It's okay. I want to see
Okay.
more.
You want to see more?
I want to see what else is there. So it's interesting. So did you get the sense that they I mean, obviously they tried to get like a big broad cross section of the costumes, but did you get the sense that they were like had a specific curational focus for certain things? I mean, obviously they grouped them together by nationalities and stuff, but was it just like Sharon's favorites, or was there, you know what I mean? Like how did they pick which ones got shown and which ones didn't of all? Like there's so many costumes. How do you even narrow it down?
So I did actually ask Sharon this question. It's in the interview that I dropped earlier. And I said, like, how do you put it together? And there's maybe a couple of questions that sort of cover various parts of this question and like give answers to it. So for how the exhibition was laid out, Sharon's original vision involves, in essence, a room for each set. So you had like Kyrie, and then you had the Aiel Waste, or the threefold land. Then you had Andor. Then you were going to have like heroes, and there'd be a Shanchan room and things of that nature. The actual layout of the gallery, they would have to in the later rooms black out the ceiling, and the cost was astronomical to do that. So they changed up the style of the later rooms, but the first rooms, because they're under regular ceilings, they could absolutely curtain in and things like that. So that's why there's the sort of like the gentle introduction to a few different styles of things, and then you get big dramatic setups later in the the exhibition. Yeah. As for what she picked, Sharon can't pick favorites. Like, although if you want to find out which costume she would take if she could take just one, she did manage to pick which one. That's in the interview. So you can watch that. She will tell you which one she would actually take. It made me chuckle, but I can see why she wants it.
Funny.
Particularly if you understand Sharon and her love of hats and headwear, you would understand.
Is it your favorite one with the Amerlin hat?
It's an impressive headpiece. I'm gonna leave it there. Make it that way you want, people.
Okay.
So she did answer that, but as you say, there are so many outfits she could have picked from. Melindhra has like 5-6 outfits. Moraine has like 5-6 outfits. The heroes, like RM's Field 5 and Leigh-A, and that, they all have multiple outfits, because if you think of like their regular outfits, and then there's Tanchico outfits for some of them, and then there's like Archway outfits and Forsaken outfits, and all these different things. It's like you might have 20 characters trying to put on the thing, like 20 main characters or whatever, and then extra characters on top of that. But if you put all 3, 4, 5, 6 outfits up for them, suddenly that's 100 outfits without even breaking a sweat. You know? So there's a lot. I mean, in the Isle room, there's 2 for Avienda.
Yeah.
So there is, you can put 2 up for Savannah. Elida has 3 or 4. It adds up really, really quickly. So she had to like make some trims where she could. And there are some characters that just don't appear because she just runs out. In fact, one of them is actually still in the basement because it just didn't make the cut to get into the exhibition, but it is actually in the basement of the gallery. And we joked at the interview. She's like, I suppose, like, I mean, I could just put her on a model and bring her up, but I was like, do it, Sharon. Let's just go do that. Like, we ended the interview. I was like, let's go get that character and put them on. I was like, there's a gap right here. There's a space we can put her in. It'd be fine, you know. She's like, maybe I will. You know, I'm tempted. But yeah, it's tough to. It was very tough for her to pick. So she tried to go with, you know, different feelings, and obviously the first three rooms being Kyrie and the Threefold Land and the Andor Royal Family, like it gives you very different styles and approaches to what they put together and things they put in the costumes and such. So that was the idea of why they picked that. The last room that was sort of sequestered by itself was it was like a concept art room. It was really, really cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it was like I went through
some of the like digital pictures of the concept art, but
yeah, and they're all just like, you know, they've photoshopped in faces or things like that, or like digitized them or something. So like some of these faces are gonna look weird, folks, but that's just because of throwing them together. So for example, like Zoe's face, like that doesn't really, you know, that doesn't really, there's something not quite right about the some of the artwork because they just like Photoshop people in. But you can see how some of the outfits have changed design. Like this is the original concept art for Turak.
cool.
Yeah, an outfit for Lanfear. This I think is Owen.
Yeah.
Yes, Owen right there at the bottom. So you can actually see like they're all like, you know, signed. So that's the original way they were thinking about trying to hide. Yeah. So this whole room had so many, like I could flip through, like, you know, Perrin, Moraine. Some made it in, as you can see. Some didn't. This is Adelaide. Is this Adelaide? I think this one's Adelaide.
For sure.
Yeah, Adelaide right there. So, yeah, some made the cut and some didn't. This is Lan's outfit when he's with Alana and that.
Wow.
You know, on there. Maddie boy, this is the one where I sent you the close up.
Yeah, there he is.
There you go. There's
So much chest.
So much.
So much unnecessary chest.
It's not
Give the man a whole shirt.
You know, and then yeah.
Cool.
And this is not all of them. Like there are obviously other versions of these things that float around out there. There was one that I thought was really cool. Oh, so the original, or one of the original versions, had like the color on the neckline here for the accepted, and not just on the cuffs.
Yeah,
I like that. I think they should have gone with that version, but you know, it was interesting to see nonetheless. I think this is a Forsaken outfit was the idea behind. I'm not 100% sure actually. Forsaken Egwene version, Egwene 1 version 1.9. There we go. So they went through a few versions of this one. Moggy's outfit, that looked like it didn't change very much. I think that's pretty much what we saw in the show.
Mm-hmm.
This one.
What is that?
This is where it gets a bit uncanny valley, where you see like that. I don't know. To me, in person, this face didn't look like it was really fitting in there. But yeah, like look at this thing. It's wild.
That's cool. Holy cow.
And the way this all drapes down, yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Fucking giant boots on.
Is that an Amerlin concept?
It is.
Oh, an armor.
Egwene armor, the first
So
one
it
for
is.
Egwene's armor. So it must be, yeah, for
the Amerlin.
For the
and
Amerlin.
the galloping in this water.
Nynaeve's original or one of the
Love
original
it.
takes for the Forsaken outfit. I'm like, wow,
Love it.
okay, there is drama here, and I am in for it. You know,
I love that they saved that like front tabard looking thing.
Yeah,
That made it through. That's cool.
So this is her first Forsaken look,
I
judging
love
by those version numbers. And Elaine's first. I think this is the first one as well for Elaine.
That's hot. Love it.
Oh no, I didn't get the photo on it. Sorry. I've skipped. Oh, going the wrong way.
The clan hood in that white cloak thing is a little terrifying.
Oh, it's very terrifying. But yeah, like this. Again,
That's
very
cool.
very cool. Cool shoes as well. I gotta be honest.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, this white cloak look. Whew, that gives
A
me
little
strong,
nail on the head, a little bit.
little nail on the head. Yeah, like this gives me a little 3-letter vibe right here. Like very not little actually, gives me very strong 3-letter vibes.
Very strong.
Yes.
Yeah.
And while I would be maybe interested in seeing, say, if someone had to get executed, like the hanging, maybe like the hanging guy came in like that to hide his face.
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
generic ones, I'm glad they didn't go with this. This feels too strong on the 3-letter vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a choice. And then Leandrin's outfit obviously made it
Very
in.
close to that. Yeah.
This is,
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming again, this is her armor from.
Yeah, it looked a lot like that.
Yeah,
for
armor.
sure.
Yeah. So didn't look like they changed a massive amount from that one.
That's cool.
And then this is Sammy's outfit. Yes, Sammy's. This is Sammy's original.
Whoa. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So
I kind of love it.
so really, really interesting. Choices. You can see the concept art of some that made it through, some that didn't. It's all got version numbers on it and such. And I think that's it. Yeah.
Aww.
So that was like the third room, and then it opened up into giant halls. So let me look for videos of the hall. Kind of give you an idea of the scope of the room. So, I'll go down the Shanchan actually. That'll be fun. So you've probably seen sort of part of this video in some of the promos that Sharon's been doing. Like this is one side of the room was all the Shanchan. Yeah. So obviously you've got soldiers, you've got Suldam, Damani, you've got obviously Turak, Surah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Orwin, I think, is about to pop up. Yes. Just look at the site. This is one I've actually seen in person before. This was when I was lucky enough to go to Prague. Surov's outfit was one of the ones on display. I've seen how giant that is before, and it kind of blows your mind a little bit. And I love the detail there. That's
so cool.
Yeah, like a Torm or something. Yeah, like you can just see how it goes down the gallery, and then behind here is actually Turak's fighting armor. Let me see if it will. Let me go further. Right there. Right, that's Turak's armor before he tried to fight Rand and
for 5 seconds. We saw that armor for 5 seconds. It's so crazy.
I know, it's wild. Absolutely wild. Let me see if I've got other videos of that room. Which one is this? Nope. That's in the center of the room was this guy. You might recognize him. See if you get why I said that. Boom. But before I play this, you can see on that side over there, those are all Moraine outfits over there. So obviously on one wall, you've got the Shanchan, and then you've got Moraine on this side. In the center is Uno.
Okay.
Now, there is an interesting tidbit about that hammer that he's holding. So I'm just going to pause very well on it. But this little hand holding a dagger hammer type thing, there's a back piece to that weapon that never stayed on the weapon. In 20 takes, they broke dozens of these things. It was so not battle worthy that the back end broke off every single take. They used it once and it broke. So there's meant to be a back piece to this. And Guy told me, he's like, I went around and I saw the outfit. And it's obviously that's my outfit. And the last time I saw this, I was wearing it, and obviously the emotions you feel with that. But then he looked at the armor, the weapon his dummy is holding, and he's like, that is actually one that I fought with in the show. That's a legit fighting piece. That's not, a prop that never ever got used. That one actually got used, because the ones that have the back piece on never got used in the take. So that is a piece that's literally been used in the take for filming of Wheel of
That's
Time.
cool.
Yeah. So now I think I just did close-ups. Yeah.
Perfect. Rapunzel.
Yeah.
Good job.
Absolutely. Now this one, I'm able to show you the other side of the room now as well with this one. So we've still got the Shanchan over here on the back. Where's the mouse? Why is it not? There it is. Shanchan over on this side. So there's, you see, this is Una right here.
Yeah.
This is the other side. So this is Jeffrey Bornhold. This is his outfit. You see, Landfear was just over on the left as it plays. Landfear's over here, squaring off on this side to Moraine's outfits.
Got it.
So they're like squaring off across the room, and then all of our cast are squaring off on this side to Shanchan on the other side. So it's almost like everyone's facing off against everybody. And then
that's
you've
so
got,
clever. I love that.
Yeah, this is something Sharon, I asked her, like, how do you plan the exhibition? This is part of her answer, was to say, we had those small rooms, you get introduced to it, and then we, through nature of not being able to block the ceiling, had to do big rooms. And so like everyone's facing off against everyone. And like you've got, the white cloaks in the middle, and they're kind of, which I don't think she said this bit on camera, but they kind of like, just there as their sort of wild card elements type thing coming in and out. But you've got, obviously there you've got Landfear facing off against Moraine, and then you've got the Shanchan in the background there facing off against all of our main characters and heroes there. And like, there is a big sort of like everyone facing off against kind of their main, protagonists in the series from whichever angle you want to go for. Yeah. So it's just
clever.
It's very, very clever. Really, really cool to see. The guys in the center are cool. And behind, obviously, Moraine, you've got her channeling giant piece there. That's a poster from the show. There wasn't anything behind Moraine, just behind that, just a cool photo, I believe. So
I wonder what they're going to do with those giant posters when they're done.
I'm not sure. Like this is just such a cool room to go through.
It's really neat.
Yeah. Now I need to find a specific video for the next one because it kind of shows off properly.
Yeah.
Here it is. This is the next one I want. So when we walk into the last room, and then we can just go random with questions and things, folks. Obviously, I don't want to show every detail of every room because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a virtual way for you to do that coming up, folks. Don't quote me exactly on that, but I have heard of things in the works. This is the last room. I'm just going to play this because this is what it felt like to go in and just experience all this. Like, just look at Sulin's face right there. It's just, that is how it felt going from room to room. We've got all the Forsaken, including Emmonsfield 5 as Forsaken outfits.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
So, it's my camera being weird there as it tilted up. But yeah. But the other side, as you can see here, is the White Tower facing off. So you've got the White Tower facing off against the Forsaken in the last room. It's just, really.
Wait, but they put Joya in over there? What are they doing? And Chesma Emery?
Mm-hmm, they're all there.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Where's the?
I saw. I'm gonna say this now. If you guys follow Dragon Mounts, you could see there was a funny video that Kathy took because she like painted all her fingernails different colors to go, and one of them she had painted her middle finger yellow, and so she was holding it up in front of Chesma Emery's costume. And I was like, did she do that in homage to Rafe and the fucking Chesma Emery thing? Was that on purpose? I hope it was on
Maybe.
purpose because it was very. I got a good laugh of her middle fingering, Chespel Emery's costume.
Yeah, it's. I mean, Kathy's very clever, so she probably did do that deliberately. This was a fun starter video for me. Showing here posing. There are only 2 waters in the exhibition. There is Lan and there is Maxim. There's only the only 2 waters. Obviously, this is the Lan one here, and maybe we're still working my way through. But yeah, Latra's outfit is in there. Yeah, you do have all the Black Sisters on this side, but you know, I think it still works because they're
That's
they're
so
isolated.
cool.
Yeah. So yeah,
Wow.
I'm happy to take questions at this stage. Not that I haven't taken questions prior, but you know.
That's so cool. Okay, so did you were starting to answer, but you were also looking like who? I mean, obviously we saw Sulin's face, getting to see the Forsaken. But was there anybody who was really moved by his particular costume that was surprising to you?
Hamad's, seeing Royals was quite moving. So that was really something. For me, weirdly enough, seeing this, this was the very last. This is like a giant poster right at the end. This is the entire team in alphabetical order, Sharon's entire team, and I saw all those names. I was like, there's a lot of people who poster. When you start to see literally name after name after name, and they're all, there's like 80% of them are from Prague or from Czech Republic.
Wow.
It's kind of wild. And there's there we go. I've just randomly come across Hayley McCready, who came to MalkieriCon last year. So this one I thought was really something to me.
That's really cool.
Yeah. But let me see. I could just scroll through so many. I will go and find the photo row. It would just take me a second to scroll through.
Yeah, it's kind of like heart-wrenching to see you like speed past those things.
It is. Yeah, it really
like,
is. That's not. Yeah. So this one, see Hamad's outfit. This photo was next to him. Not everyone had their photo next to the outfit, but Laura's outfit did, and I was like, "This really something." Let me see.
Do you have an actual picture of his outfit?
Somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So we're taking so many photos. Sometimes it's hard to remember what you have and haven't taken. But yeah, here's his entire outfit. But not everyone had their photo there like this. And again, the detail is just insane. It's you just see it. And
he was
unlike
always covered up with a cloak and stuff. So
yeah, and they obviously got his hands from the prop department.
That's cool.
So
and
these
massive boots.
Those are big ass boots. I tell you,
That's so cool.
It's sorry, I was moving the photo there rather than moving the frame rather than moving the photo. So that's a really cool one. For me, yeah. I think it's because his hammer in the photo was there. A lot of the others didn't have that, as you can see, Maureen's outfits here, the hats.
Cool.
I
love that she put the hat in.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So it's really
look, the real one.
Yep, the real one. So here's a really, really fun. I'm going to do a short video of really tiny details that you may have missed. And this is one that I'm going to show you here. So let me close that window And why is that not closed? I closed the wrong window, that's why. There we go. So there are, on a lot of them, teeny tiny details that are just, you're never ever going to notice on screen. Okay. So this, beautiful heron right there on the heron mark sword. This is on land sword. Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, beautiful work on just the sword and full stop. But like on a heron mark sword, there are crane footprints around the edge of the guard. How are you ever going to see that? Like, this blew my mind when I noticed this. I was looking at the sword and I was like, hold up. Like, there are tiny little footprints on the edge of this. And I'm like, they are crane footprints.
Maybe heron footprints?
Or heron footprints. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying crane. Heron footprints. Sorry, my apologies. I'm thinking
That's so
crane
cool.
and Malkier. But yeah, heron mark sword, heron footprints on this. And I'm just like, it's insane.
That's awesome.
The level of detail. And there's things like this all over this exhibition. It's just, so that was probably another moment where I kind of appreciated the level of detail put into things.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, they could be crane, like Blythe was saying, they could be crane footprints if it's land sword. So yeah, and it is things like that make it so realistic. That wasn't a moment for me when I saw that, and I was like, just insane. The things that we will never see on screen. So, and 1 second. Here's the photo of all of us. I've actually found it as I've been scrolling through for other things at the beginning. So that's all of us at the beginning. So Max wasn't there at that point. Max is running a smidge late, so there was 9 of us in total. Oh no, someone else is taking the photo. Yeah, but yeah.
You guys look amazing.
Yeah, it was great. Were there any skirts that actually vied for riding? You just can tell from watching the show. I have no idea, Rapunzel. I did not look at that actually, so I do apologize about that. That's not something I actually looked at. But yeah, I have been told. Oh, here's the mirror. Fun. That's probably the item in question. So I don't know if I should say this.
The item in question.
So there is something in the exhibition. This is the mirror I mentioned earlier that Brendan was doing their makeup in.
Uh-huh.
There is something in the exhibition that has a drawer type part to it.
Uh-huh.
And I was chatting with Sharon at the end, so we'll wrap up with the story of Monday, because we could go for hours, and I'm happy to keep talking now. So cut me off when you feel like it. But I was chatting with Sharon on the Monday about a multitude of things. And one of the things that came up was she had moved a couple of the chairs from a Leida's display to an interview with someone else. And she was putting them back, and she's like, hold my stuff, I'll put these back so I know they're in the right spot and things like that. I was like, okay, cool, no problems. So I'm there holding her coat bag and such, and she's putting the chairs back. She's like, oh my God, these chairs are so heavy. And I said, well, I've been told that Andre, one of the set designers, is a stickler for realism and detail. So like on the sets when they were filming, you could open cupboards that had no need to ever be opened, never ever possibly going to be touched, and you would find things inside the cupboards that were appropriate to the scene. Like the set was filled, like it was almost like they were filmed in someone's home if it was like inside the inn or something like that. Like everything was legit. And then Sharon's like, that's a good point. And she's like, do you know what? There's actually things in one of the things in here has a drawer, and there are things in there from the set.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. So I'd bet money it was the mirror, having looked at this photo.
That's cool.
So yeah, very, very cool. But yeah, like maybe we should wrap up with the Monday discussion. So
Yeah.
Let me find where's the photo from that. Did I not transfer that across? Maybe I didn't transfer that across. Okay, 1 second. Let me get that photo then. So Monday, I am just hanging out. I'm in a coffee shop. I'm transferring photos and videos from my camera onto the computer, and I'm just like at a Starbucks or whatever, just chilling out, totally not even worrying about anything. As far as I know, Sharon's gone home. I've seen a photo of her on here we go, that's what I'm looking for, on Instagram with a suitcase, out on the street laughing as the Shanchan soldiers are going past her. And I'm like, oh, Sharon's gone home. No worries, not an issue at all. Totally fine. And Sharon then sends me a message. Rob, did I miss you? Because I only caught Sharon literally for a second when I popped in past the gallery and saw her in there. And I was like, hey, just want to say hello, but I'm going to be back later to help Kathy do some filming. So, I hadn't really seen her. She's like, are you still in? I said, yeah, I'm still in. My flight is until this evening. And she's like, wonderful. Would you like to catch up and do an interview? I was like, in my head, I'm like, 2 dogs pee on brick walls. Of course, I'd love to do an interview. She's like, great. I've got a meeting, such and such, be at the auction house like 12:30 or something like that. So wonderful. Get down there, 12:30. And she's running late. And she said, if I'm running late, don't worry, just hang out and I'll be there. And I was like, totally fine. Not a problem. I'll just wait. It's not an issue. And she was late, so I was chilling. There's a couple of chairs as you first go in. Another guy was sat there, and I just got there like I didn't have anything else to do. That I didn't want to get my laptop an hour, so I just got my book out and I was reading. And relevant to the story, but also just like trying not to fanboy when it happens. But as I'm sat there, people coming in here and there type thing. Woman comes in to the exhibition, didn't think anything of it, redhead. And just didn't even think. And then I looked up when I heard the voice because it was Kira Coveney walking in with who I assumed was her mother because it looked like an older version of, like an older version of Kira, like it sort of looked like her mother. So I was like, that's probably her mother or aunt or some kind of relation in that matter. There. I was like, in my head, I'm like, outside I'm cool as a cucumber. And they just like my book. I'm like, oh, it's Kira. Okay, cool. I might just finish this page. And then get my phone out and text friends and be like, Kira, just kind of, I was like, on the outside, I was that cool swan. And then like inside and on my head, texting on my phone, I was like, the swan going like 50 miles an hour type thing. And off she goes and wanders and does the exhibition. And I'm just like, I can't pounce on someone. I can't be. I want to, but I can't. Like I just go, hi, I'm a fat. That's not cool. It's not a thing. And I hang out and wait for Sharon. And she turns up, and I was like, hey, Sharon, great to see you, type thing, because lucky enough to have met Sharon a few times now. And she just turns around to me and goes, so sorry for the delay, whatever. So Kira's going to be here, and I've arranged for you to interview her. And I was like, shut up, you did not. And she's like, yeah, why not? She told me she was going to be here. So I was like, wonderful. Could you talk to my friend Rob? And I was like, Sharon, I'm not prepared to interview Kira Coveney right now, And she's like, it's fine. Like I've got the interview. Like she was doing an interview with the other guy as well. And so we were like arranging, who's going to go first. And he had to travel home sooner than me. So I was like, you go first. And in my head, I'm like, I need to prepare for interviewing Kira, like Bjorn's different. I've chatted to Bjorn. Okay. Bjorn and I have exchanged messages. Like he knows who I am. He recognized me on the street. I felt comfortable yelling out Bjorn. I have never once interacted with Kira in my life. Never even seen her. Like, because she wasn't in season 1. So the season 1 premiere, she wasn't there. So it's not like, she could possibly have recognized me for anything. She was at the season 3 screening, but was not with any one of the groups that we happened to bump into in London or people that rounded out and stuff like that. So, it's like, it was different. Bjorn, I would have been like, Bjorn, hi. I actually would have done that.
You did. You did do that.
Yes. I would have done that had it been Marcus, had it been Taylor, had it been Guy, the other people that I have met or interacted with, I absolutely would have done that. So anyway, so like in my head, I'm like, yeah, do the interview with him first, Sharon, because I need to write questions to talk to Kira about for, quote, a few minutes, like, okay. And then as they're arranging chairs to sit and do the interview, Kira comes out from the exhibition with her mother, and then Sharon's like, hi, come meet Rob. And I've had about 2 minutes, people, to prepare and think of questions. And I hear her come out, and I'm just like, I'm just going to sit here because I need to focus and try and think of questions. And like, get the fanboy moment past me a bit. I was not successful, shall we say. And yeah. And Sharon's like, oh, Rob is just over there. And I was like, hi. You know, I had to go and meet Kira. Nicest person in the, well, they're all nice. Like, I haven't met a bad person for all the time, but yeah, it was very
I didn't see your Sharon interview, but I did watch your Kira interview.
Yeah,
it was
she's
nice.
like so kind and thoughtful. Like, we chatted a little bit and Sharon was very complimentary. You know, like, Rob's I would describe it as the only or the only one that people really know, because I'm going to say I'm the only one in the UK who does Wheel of Time content, but Sharon described me as the biggest, and I was like, that's very kind to say. I'm probably I'm probably more like the only one, really. Let's say it that way. But I do do a few things, and I do run the convention that's here in Prague and things like that, you know. So, you know, Sharon was very, very kind, and thank you, Roger, for your comments in chat. That's very good. And she was like, cool, so like, how would you want to do it? What do you want to, should we go stand in front of like the you know, the heroes' costumes and such, and we'll chat there, and then we can, you know, catch your costume in it as well, type thing. She's like, great, you know. And she was just so chatty. Like, we literally did that interview, and then, you know, that was at the end of her visit to the exhibition, so, you know, I didn't want to keep her for hours or anything. And obviously I was meant to be interviewing Sharon as well. And she was just so chatty. And yes, before anybody asks, I absolutely said that Kevin was going to lose his mind, that I'd gotten to meet her. And I was like, I'm not sure how aware you are of Kevin Angus. He's quite a fan. You have read out one of his tweets, and one of the things Amazon got you to do. She's like, yes, that does ring a bell, sort of thing. You can see it, all right. We should nod. And she's like, yes, I remember that. I said, yeah, he's a big Elaine fan. So he's absolutely thrilled with what you did for her part. He's also quite into Trollocs, so you know, like, that's Kevin in a nutshell. But he's wonderful, and he's going to be so light-blinded fool. there is more on the editing room floor from that interview with Kira, and it is not being seen. It's not making it to the light of day. Not for anything untoward, more for how fucking stupid I was. So, so I cut out the bits where I just looked like an absolute fool, as far as I was concerned. So there's no nitty-gritty information dropped out or anything like that. But yeah, like, we chatted about Kevin and just like the exhibition and things like that, and like, yeah, she was so nice. It was very hard not to stare. I've got to be honest. You know how like Bjorn's voice in person is better than, yeah, she's gorgeous. You know, it was hard not to just be like, I had to be like, Rob, listen to what she's saying, you know. Because you need to answer to what she says and make sure that your question follows on appropriately, and the flow is there for the interview and such. Yeah, she was really sweet. And then I was like, you know, would it be okay if we, you know, can I have a photo? And she's like, absolutely, you know, like, so we got a photo together. Here is said photo.
Aww.
Genuinely so sweet. Taken by Holger, which is he's one of the producers from the Wheel of Time. He's you know, helping out with the exhibition and is there for, I think, the bulk of the time. And he was wandering around, and we were going to I was going to like put the stick out on the GoPro and take a photo. And then he's like, do you want to take a photo? And yeah, so.
That's so cool.
And then I went and interviewed Sharon. And if you want to see that full interview, it's about 12 minutes long or so. That's out on the YouTube channel. You can watch the full one there. And that was in the other room in front of the White Tower section. We wanted to do it in the Andor room because she really loves the costumes there. But, you know, the lighting was not great, and I didn't have the light attachment for the GoPro to capture, you know, filming. And I was like, it's just going to be too dark. So we went into the big room. And yeah, it was lovely.
Cool.
I'm hoping to bring you other interviews, but like, those are the ones that I got done in person. But yeah, it was quite a surprise. I literally, after Kira left, because all of us talked, and then she's like, great, I'm off. Did I break anything? No, I did not break anything. Did I touch anything? No. No. Didn't touch anything. Didn't break anything. I definitely didn't break anything. Anyway, here's the honest moment, folks. After we'd like said goodbyes and things, and Kira went off with who we at that stage, when I first met her, had found out that actually was her mother. They'd like gone off to do other things in Prague and such. I then turned around to Sharon while we were just chatting about where we go and record and things like that. And I was just like, Sharon, you can't do that to me. You can't drop an interview with someone like Kira on me with 5 minutes warning. And she's like, well, she just told me she was going to be in town. And I thought, you have to talk to her. And I was like, I'm extremely grateful. But I also very much struggled not to fanboy a lot there, Sharon. Much like when I first met you or, the other people that I've met over the years that I've been very lucky to have that opportunity. So, yeah. And Sharon took great delight in being able to put me in that position. Bless her.
That's awesome.
But also very kind of her to put me in that position.
For real. That's so sweet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah. What is this? Rob does have something of a history. I've broken one thing, okay? One thing that, in the words of the Amazon people, they did not put together right anyway. So.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And if you don't know that, folks, you're behind on your Threefold Talk history. So yeah, so that's kind of, that's the brief weekend. After that, I obviously interviewed Sharon, and then I went to another cafe and kind of just decompressed and tried to understand that I'd just recently met and interviewed Kira.
What did Kevin say?
Kevin, my phone is downstairs, so 1 second while I look on the computer instead. Kevin, I think I just sent Kevin the photo initially is what I did, because I'm cool like that. So I sent him the picture when then all caps I got to interview Kira. And he sent me that, like, bro, the world's longest amount of H's on the end. And then obviously it's like a reason to kick myself not being there, but I want to hear more. And I was like, complete surprise. Sharon organized it, just sort of dropped me last second on it. I'm dead. And there we go. I said, we talked about you off camera and she remembers you. And he was just like, well, I've definitely reached a level of infamy that is somehow still persisting. I was like, yeah. Yeah. And apparently it started his work down a nice little note because he got that just as he was getting up for work. So Kevin was one of the first people I told after I got to do the interview. So initially I had obviously told the other people from the group chat from the weekends because we were all joking about how, like, you should just like walk around the exhibition. I think Max might have said it actually. He was like, you should try and catch her while she's like stood in the Andor room and just be like, damn, they left out like the best character from here. I hear the person who plays the princess is really good, or like do that in front of her own costume if she was sitting there at the time and be like, oh, I hear the person who played Elaine is really talented, like funny, cheesy, but funny. We're having a good chat about it. So they were the actual first people to know because we'd been chatting about it. But yeah, I told Kevin virtually straight away. And he was very over the moon. So yeah, I wish he could have been there and seen it. So
yeah. So I mean, have you heard? Maybe this is in your interview, or maybe it's not. Have you heard how the ticket sales are going for the event? Or I
haven't heard numbers or anything like that. I've heard, some days. I don't know if it was the Friday or Saturday, but they were like, far more walk-ins than they expected on that day. But I don't think that it's flying off as much as Amazon and Sony would like it to, shall we say.
Sure.
Not that it's them doing all the work, but, like everything, they care about the numbers at the end of the day. And I don't think it's impressive enough for them yet. However, I do hear of fun things coming from it that will make it more accessible to those of you that can't afford a flight to Prague. So, but I'm not going to promise anything because
Except you're just gonna hint about it.
I'm gonna hint about it because I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. If it doesn't happen, I might have to fly back to Prague and do it myself. It's really fucking stupid if they don't do it. I suggested some tweaks to make it even better. But yeah, like they're kind of restricted on things they can and can't do, like selling things and stuff like that. You know, the tickets to the event is one thing, but you know, by the time
There was a question about Sharon had mentioned merch. Did that
Yeah,
happen?
no, there's because again, like the TV show, there's like merch complications for like who has rights to make merch and sell and make money from it and things like that.
Sure.
So there wasn't any merch there, and to my understanding, there probably wasn't going to be. Again, I'm not in the rooms where these decisions are being made. You know, I'm just some of it. I mean, theory from context. Some of it is like, you know, Sharon and I are having a discussion about the costumes post exhibition. No matter how short or long that goes for in terms of, you know, tour, no tour or whatever, eventually it would come to an end no matter what happened to it. And that how much for the rose crown? Just saw that chat.
Right.
And the conversation came up because I'd recently been made aware of Land's King of Malkier like prototype outfit that Sharon had posted a while back.
Right.
Somehow I missed. And I was like, how did I miss this? Not only is it a stunning outfit, but it's green, my favorite color. Like I was joking with Sharon. I was like, how do you know, can I steal that? Like, is it you know, like, and then like discussion of like, you know, of like costumes being put up for auction or charity or anything of that nature, then like, you know, it's got to be packed and shipped, and then shipping has to go through import taxes and all these crazy things, you know. And that sort of progressed into a conversation not specifically about merch, but like merch sort of came around as part of that, you know. And it's like, you know, how do you get approval for people for selling things like that or auctioning things like that, you know. And like merch is the same way. Like someone has rights to the merch and you've got to, you know, negotiate with them about what you can and can't do. And so I would doubt there's going to be merch. That's just, I feel like there's too many legal loopholes to jump through. Whoever has the merch rights, wherever it falls, might have to talk to those loot thieves. I'm not gonna lie, I joked to Sharon, I'd be like, just tell me where and I will, you know, I'm not gonna say anything, but like, you know, maybe we can solve your problem.
Roll up in a scooter.
Roll up in a scooter. So yeah, so there's like things to jump through, but they are trying to do something that makes it accessible to folks that can't come to Prague during the exhibition. So pretty confident that is going to happen. Sharon was like, when I suggested it on Monday, was like, yeah, we're planning to do that. I made some additional suggestions to make it better. Not that it was bad. It's not bad at all. But I was like, oh, maybe you could do this, and that might like enhance it even more. So I'm hoping there's more things to come, but I doubt merch is going to be one of them, sadly. So yeah, but it's a stunning exhibition, folks. If you are going or are able to attend, it's absolutely worth every penny. I completely understand if you can't make it. I will be just posting content every day while the exhibition is on about it. I do breakdowns of rooms, hidden details. There's some crazy shit on some of these outfits, folks. You're just like, whoa.
That's cool.
Yeah, like crazy. Like, I could talk for hours on end about it. We've already been here for, you know, well over our usual mark. So yeah.
That's
Mel,
awesome.
Any other questions, Mel? Anything like, I really want to see a picture of this or that, you know, like maybe.
No, I mean, I guess because I don't have hours. We don't have hours. So I'm glad that you're planning to just like put it out, you know, and I kind of appreciate that, because then get the chance to actually like focus on a costume or a few costumes and like really absorb them. I mean, getting to see the few costumes that were at WatCon was just an incredible experience. And I think the thing for me that I found so fascinating was how they all fit together, and how like all the hidden enclosures and snaps and things to like make them all fit. And that's the stuff that I was like constantly looking in between things, trying to see how they like, just like the structure of them and how they were. I thought that part was really cool. So I love that there was like more opportunity for more people to be able to like get really close and like get to absorb this craftsmanship from just like such a different angle than when, you know, the brief moments we get to see on screen when we're focused on the story and the music and everything around it, and beautiful people doing amazing things. And, you know, there's so many layers of things that are just, you know, competing, I guess, in our view. So the idea that like a costume exhibition can just like bring those full focus and let you like have a chance to just absorb them is just, it's so lovely. And what a great way to honor everyone who put so much beautiful work into that show.
Sharon says it a lot more eloquently than I could say it, but it was, you know, showcasing the talent and the hard work and being able to share those details with not just fans, but like people who love costuming, people who just appreciate it's couture. You know, like none of these outfits are dull and boring. Like even the novice whites, which Kira joked about, she's like, you know, everyone got these fancy red outfits in season 2, and here's me and my novice whites. Like it's literally one of the things she says in the interview, and I chuckled. I was like, yeah, like, you know, but even the novice whites, they're not like, you know, here's a bag of linen I've just thrown on your head type thing. Like there's care and details in everything. So people just dying of photos. Speaking of WhatCon and the 5 outfits that were there, I discovered something when I was clearing my camera, and I kind of forgot I did this. This is the room at WhatCon that Sharon set up the outfits in, and I totally forgot that I set up a time lapse of people going into the room. And I was watching this early this week when I discovered it on the camera, and I was like, this is just really cute to watch because this is 4 hours of content, basically. And Sharon stands there for the entire time talking to people, and it's just so sweet. And you can see like where this is the beginning, obviously, you know, people getting in there early and such. And oh no, this might be later. No, this is. Yeah, no, this is early.
Laura taking copious notes.
Yeah, Laura goes beginning. I think Laura's there for like 8 days, and I think she's just gonna sit in there and like make an astounding amount of notes of things. So this might be maybe I've got 2 videos actually. But so I've got a second video somewhere. Let me see if I can find that. No, it's not there. Anyway, I took a time lapse, and it was like just a fun memory. And I was like, it's that. If you were there, folks, or if you heard people talking about it, it's that. But it's set up dramatically in themes, and it's, you know, 20 times as much, you know, nearly. So it's just insane. Yeah, there we go. Laura's getting flashbacks. I'm sketching the whole time. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing and
my pleasure.
More sharing that you're going to do. Don't get tired of it, because I don't think anyone will get tired of seeing.
No, I did say to Sharon, I was like, please warn whoever's running the Instagram account, and obviously yourself, be ready, because I'll be posting stuff at least daily, or as many days as I'm able to during the event, and I'll keep sharing things out. And on honesty, I might do like outfit by outfit once the exhibition has ended, you know. So 86 days of videos there. That could be fun. Maybe I'll do that. Keep the hype going for 86 days. 86. There's like over 80 outfits. It's crazy, people. Anyway,
that's so cool.
I hope I've given you a small bit of my excitement, been able to share that effectively with you. Yeah. Comment below with what outfit you want to see, folks. I don't know, like what you're excited to see, what you want to see more of, and keep watching the channel, because if I get information for something, I can say, hey, this is happening or that's happening, because I have pushed for things that folks that can't make it to Prague can have and enjoy, and not just to do with the event, but like I suggested something they could do for people that buy tickets as support, like, you know, some kind of like competition thing. So again, I can't promise it's going to happen, but I'm trying to get as many people worldwide involved as possible. Like, and not just because then it can go on tour and you can go see it in person. Like, I would fly to other countries to see this if I could afford it. Like, and I would, if I lived in Prague, I would be there every single day of the event. So, I'm just saying that. So it's really something. So thank you for letting me wax poetic for an hour and a half, Mel. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We are not back next week, folks. It is Thanksgiving in America. Those Yanks are taking a week off. They're going to celebrate with their families and loved ones and friends and folks of that connection. And so we're going to take a week off, so you too can enjoy time with your friends and family and loved ones, even if you're not celebrating Thanksgiving. Go and spend it with loved ones. And then the week after, we will also not be here on the Thursday, because the week after is What a Holiday. Number 6 now? 5? I don't know how many we've done. I'm not going to try and quote it because I get it wrong. But yeah, December 6th, 7:30 Eastern. Come and join us. What Idol fans are kicking it off for us. Yeah, lots of fun content. I'm trying to organize some surprises for that as well. Who knows? Who knows? No promises, except a lot of fun. Yeah, we'll get together and have a great time. So, and then I think the week after as well, holiday, What Idol, anyway, like the holiday, What Idol. But yes, so we will be back on Thursday for 3 more weeks, folks. But we will be back in a fraction over 2 weeks for threefold brunch on the Sunday. Mel, what time we booked in there? Is it 10 a.m.?
10 a.m. Eastern, I think.
10 a.m. Eastern sounds correct. I think. Let me look. Schedule's there. We are booked in 10 a.m. Eastern on the Sunday. Yeah, so that's where you can next.
Lottie is gonna continue her trend.
Amazing. I love that. And we'll try and make it exciting for you. Fingers crossed. I always think it's exciting. And don't forget, folks. Again, I'm going to put a post together so you can see what poses we've used. But the snack calendars are out there, ready for you to purchase, so you can have one. They will be revealed at What a Holiday, the final poses that will be in the calendar. There's some very impressive poses, I've got to say. So, and that's it, I think.
I'm excited.
I think I've missed anything else.
No.
All right.
No. Oh, I guess since we're not going to be here next week, one reminder for those who are participating that What Idol entries are due the 30th of November. So if you're going to submit a What Idol Holiday Edition entry, please don't forget, turn it in so that
there
you can
go.
What Idol with everybody else.
Go do that.
All right.
All right. So until next time, folks, which for Threefold Talk is a fraction over 2 weeks away at Threefold Brunch, we will hopefully see you there for the entire stream, but especially there. But until then, may you always find love, water, and shade. Bye.
Bye.
May you always find love, water, and shade.